White Cloud Mountain Minnows are one of the most widespread aquarium fish in the hobby, and chances are that if you're watching this video, you're thinking about getting some or have already got some and wish to learn more about them. Let's get to it. So, where are they from? This species was first found on the Bayun Mountain in Guangzhou in southeastern China. Here they inhabit small creeks and tend to live in groups of less than 20 individuals. What many people don't know is that in fact there are two species of white clouds. One is the Vietnamese white cloud and another is the normal white cloud, which we tend to find in pet stores. Vietnamese white clouds are quite rare and therefore expensive, but with normal white clouds you would have probably been scammed if you paid more than $5 a fish. Now on to tank size. White cloud mountain minnows tend to be classified as nanofish, which means they can live in aquariums of as small as 5 gallons, which I would say is the absolute minimum. Of course, the only way is up. The only way is up. And you could keep huge shoals in aquariums as small as 50 gallons. So as for water parameters, I will say that I've found these fish quite tolerant. They can go down as cold as 15 degrees Celsius, and pH would be from 6.5 to 7.8. However, their only weak spot is that they shouldn't be higher than 26 degrees Celsius. But because they can survive and thrive at 15 degrees Celsius, they are perfect for a summer pond. With this, it's best to keep them in a shoal of 6 or more, because this will maximize your chances of getting some breeding action going. And because that's how they live in nature. When it comes to care, this species is very straightforward, but above all they are 100% plant safe, as you can see here. In my opinion, no white cloud mountain minnow tank is complete without plants, because they live like that in the wild, and because they just look amazing against a background of plants. Any aquarium plant will do as long as it can survive in the same range of temperatures as the fish themselves. Feeding this fish is also very easy because they take brine shrimp, flake foods, amongst others, and pellets as long as they're small enough to be eaten by the fish. When it comes to tank mates, this fish is also very easy because the rule of thumb is basically anything that won't eat them and lives in the same temperature range as them will probably be okay. Corridors are a great choice, as are shrimp. This might be a bit controversial, but I found shrimp to be perfect in a white cloud tank. They seem to complement each other. Bettas are a bit of a 50-50 call. No long fin bettas, but placats work. Any small tetra which you can find at a chain store, like silvertip tetras or neon tetras, will probably do very well with them. Guppies and endlers are also another good choice. Go check out my video about endlers if you want to learn more about another perfect beginner fish. Small cichlids such as rams or pistogramma are perfect, but on no account should you keep oscars, which are predatory fish, or discus, which are warm water fish, with them. Basically, don't put them in any warm water fish. White cloud mountain minnows are classed as rather easy fish to breed, which can be deceiving because, as with any fish breeding, it does take a lot of trying to finally get a good result. But how do you turn these into this? Here I shall give you a blueprint, which you can use on basically any fish. Start with, place the adults in a tank to fatten up. You can separate males and females if you want to get a better result. Better feeding means more eggs and therefore more baby fish. Feed them lots of good protein-rich food because this will get them into breeding condition. Now here's just one method amongst many, which I use. You could probably use a tub for this, but you need to take a glass tank or tub of around 10 litres, I don't know how much that is in gallons, and take some small plastic craft mesh. This will keep the eggs from being eaten by their parents. Place the mesh inside the tank. Here I've taken some rocks which I can place the mesh on top of, so that the eggs can fall through all the way instead of lying on the bottom and poking out through the mesh so that they can be eaten by their parents, which would not be ideal. White clouds tend to spawn during the rainy season, which is why I don't add any aged tank water to the breeding tank. I just use plain old tap water with a pH of 7.2, which worked fine. You also need a light, which will trigger them to spawn because they spawn in the morning when the light first comes on. Also, you need something for them to spawn on. I tend to use moss or a yarn spawning mop. Sometimes I even use both. These tend to work pretty well. The ideal spawning tank temperature is around 21 degrees Celsius, which will make the eggs nice and fertile, and you shan't have too many infertile eggs. Here's what my spawning tank looks like. And after adding the parents in, I left them for about a day and I found these nice, good looking eggs. I dose some methylene blue, which will stop the eggs from fungusing, also known as rotting, which would not give me too many baby fish, to say the least. Like similar fish, these minnows only hatch after 48 hours and are free swimming about 5 days after that, which leaves a long time for you to look and see of any potential fry. However, they are very good at hiding, so don't be worried if you can't see any. Here are some baby fish 3 days after being laid. They are yet to take off and finally start free swimming, but they are latching onto the glass and about 2 days off. After they are free swimming, they will take any appropriately sized foods. I usually feed mine with powdered flake, which tends to work pretty well. But yeah, there you have it. How to breed white clouds in a nutshell. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a nice day.